Welcome back to Craftmas. 12 days of Craftmas, 12 days of crafts. So excited. Okay, so today's craft is going to be some DIY gift tags, and I wanted to show you guys a couple of different options that you can do. So all of this I've got from Design Space. So all you're really going to need for this is some cardstock, and if you want to get fancy with some like chipboard or something kind of fun, I'll show you what you can do with that too. So the quickest and probably easiest DIY gift tags to do are these print then cut ones here. So these I just found in Design Space and I thought they were so cute. So I'm going to be printing these on some really heavy cardstock just so they kind of like hold their shape. And these are basically ready to go, ready to be written on. That is basically it. If you want to customize these a little bit, what I think would be really cute is to like put like a chipboard tree here or something just to make them a little more rustic. So let's go to our images and we'll search for Christmas tree. So I'm just gonna scroll through here quickly, and what might be cute is if we wanted to kind of do 3 different trees on these. So let's pick these 3 trees, and you can see they're right down here. So it might be cute if we change this color to kind of like a brown, because chipboard's kind of brown. And this might be really cute just if we just paste it kind of right there. And so I'm just going to cut these on the side just kind of as an option. If you want to do something a little custom, that's fine. But basically, these print then cut tags are ready to go. And then you can just write directly on the chipboard, or you can write on the back of the tag, whatever you want. So that's pretty much it for these. These are basically ready to go. These, on the other hand, we can cut these out of cardstock. So I think what I want to do with these is with this gift one, I actually want to use my pen feature. So what I'm going to need is a, solid, because I want to write the names like, or to and from like right here. So I need a solid surface to do that. So I'm going to duplicate the tag, and for this tag I'm going to come over here to my contour button, and basically what this contouring does is it gets rid of any of the like holes or cutouts that we have. So you can see it says select outline portions to turn cut off and on. So I want to leave the hole, but I'm going to select this one, and this one. And so basically we're going to be left with a solid tag with just the hole. So I'll show you what this looks like. So now we have an exact replica of this that is solid. So I'm going to change the color to white, and I can come over, bring this one to the front, basically just so I can set this right on top here, so we can get a good idea for how much room we have to write. So I think that's a pretty good size. I'm going to change the color of this to, do we want to be like creative Christmas, or do we want to be traditional Christmas? I think I have some red glitter cardstock, so I'm going to change this color to red. So now what we want to do is we want to write to and from, and we want to put it on this white part of the tag. So I'm going to come over here and make a text box. Okay, so for our text box, we are filtering our fonts, so we're only seeing the writing fonts. And I'm going to choose this car decals one. It's pretty cute. So we're just going to write to, the little colon. We'll hit enter, and we'll write love whoever, so and so. So now I'm just going to kind of place this over this just so I can size it, and then I'll show you what we're going to do next. So right now, like I said, I'm just sizing this. I'm just getting it where I want it to be. We want to leave enough room to actually write on this. Okay. So now that we have this where we want it, I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to hide the red part of the tag. And the reason why is because I need to attach this writing to the white tag, not to the red tag. So to me, just hiding it is just easier than trying to move it out of the way. And we want to make sure that this gets attached in this exact spot because that's where the present is going to be cut out of. So all we have to do is highlight both the text and the tag and click attach. So now this is basically telling our machine, hey, we want our pen to write right here on our tag. So now we can unhide the red tag, bring it to the front, and now we have a tag that is ready to go. So we'll cut out the red, we'll cut out the white, and then we'll glue them together. All right, so that tag is finished. And actually I realized we want to actually make sure, so when we click on this writing, if we go up to our line type, it's saying cut. We want this to actually draw. So that's going to tell our machine, hey, we want to draw this. We don't want to cut it out. So now we can actually attach it. So now that is going to tell our machine, hey, we want to draw this on here, not cut it. So I'm just going to go back here. All right, so now it's exactly where we want it. So now we're good to go. So now let's do a super, super simple little, what is this, a light, I think? We'll do a little light tag. Again, I want a solid surface underneath this. I want to glue this green right on top. So I'm going to duplicate this. I'm going to come over to my contour. And for this one, I'm going to hide all of the contours again, except for the hole, just so they can be lined up. So you can click on the contours directly, or you can come over here and this will hide everything that you want hidden. I think I accidentally hid this, so I'm going to bring that one back. All right, so we can exit out. So now we have our solid light that we can put right behind our cutout light. So for this one, I'm again just going to do a white background. I'm going to send this to the front, and we have a super simple tag ready to go. All right, so all of our tags are ready to be cut out. We have our print and cut ones here. We have some fancy chipboard, and then we have some handmade ones right over here. So we'll come over to make it. So we have our print and cut mat ready. We have our tag, our handmade cardstock tag mat. We have our red mat. This will be our chipboard mat. And then this will be our green cardstock mat. All right, so we have our print and cut tags here ready to go. So we're gonna hit continue. And so we can get these started and send them to the printer. And I'm gonna leave the bleed on. I have my printer here. So I'm gonna send this to the printer and switch you guys over to the camera so you can see how they're gonna print. All right, and so to cut the cardstock, the tags, I am gonna cut it on heavy cardstock, just regular. I just feel that the blade goes through the cardstock a little bit cleaner. Okay, so for the print and cut tags, I am gonna use a kind of like a cardstock. It's not super heavy, but it's a little heavier than normal cardstock just because I think the tags will hold up just a little bit better since it's only one layer. So I'm gonna load the sheet into my printer. I'll link this printer below. All right, so we have our super cute tags. They are ready to be cut. So I'm gonna just move my printer out of the way. All right, so I have my mat here, so I'm just going to line up the cardstock as best as I can to that corner. Use my scraper to get it down nice and flat. And if you need to know how to calibrate your machine, I'll link the tutorial. I've done that to this video as well. You do need to calibrate your machine to do the print and cut, but you can do print and cut with your Maker or Explorer. You could do either one. All right, so now that our machine is ready to go, it's blinking, so that means we can load our mat. And we will cut. So before it cuts, it's going to make sure that everything is lined up. It's going to look for these black marks to make sure it cuts as accurately as possible. All right, so we can unload our mat, and we will I'm just going to use my tweezers to gently pull these off. You don't want to pull them off too hard because you don't want to curl your cardstock. But like, look how cute those are. So cute. All right, so we have our print then cut tags. These are super cute, ready to go, ready to be strung. So to cut out our white tags, we can see here it's telling us it's going to draw and then cut. So let's hit continue. All right, and so for the materials, I am going to be using a heavy cardstock. So I'm gonna choose heavy cardstock and then more pressure. Also, you can see it's telling us to load our pen into our clamp A. So I'll show you how I'll do that. And then we have our fine point blade already loaded, so that is good to go. So I'll switch you guys over to the camera so you can see how we're gonna draw and cut. Okay, so for the pens that, or the tags we're going to draw on, I'm using this 100-pound cardstock. So we can just put this on our mat. Also, I'll bring this over so you can see. Hopefully you can see this. Bring it a little closer. So we are going to load this pen. So this is the medium tip black pen. I'm just gonna open up the clamp here and press in my pen. And you're gonna wanna press it in until you hear it click. So now that it's clicked in, we're good to go. Our blade is good to go. So now we can actually load our mat. And cut. So first, I think it does the pen, so whatever it needs to do with the pen, and then it'll cut around. So now it's making sure we have the right tool. All right, so we can remove our mat. So we have our tags, so we're just gonna pull away this excess cardstock. And honestly, sometimes this heavy cardstock, as you can see, is like, I like it because it makes them very sturdy, but sometimes the edges are not clean, as you can see, just because it's so heavy. And I did that on heavy cardstock plus more pressure, but you can see that I can just kind of pull this away and it's fine. It just for some reason has a hard time like really getting through this heavy cardstock. Maybe it's the cardstock I'm using. I don't know, you guys. But you know what? I'm not going to edit that out because that's just craft life, you know? Not everything. All right, see? Everything's fine. Nothing to see. Nothing that little scissors cannot clean up for us. So these, remember, we're going to be putting red cardstock on top of this one and then that green little light on top of this one. So let's do that. Okay, so for this red mat, I'm going to be using the glitter cardstock plus more pressure just to make sure that it really sticks. All right, so for the red tag, I'm going to be using this really pretty red glitter cardstock. All right, so our machine is ready, so we can load our mat. And we can cut. So with the glitters cardstock, it will go through about 2 passes. It'll go through it once and then it'll go through it again just to make sure that it's cut through. Alright, so we can unload our mat. Alright, so we can peel off the piece that we're going to use for our tag. How cute is that? So that will glue right on top of here. So cute. And actually, I'm going to save this little present because I bet I can use it for something later. Lastly, for this green mat, we're just going to do, I'm going to do medium cardstock, more pressure just because I think that it cuts cleaner, and I'll switch you guys over to the camera. Alright, so for the light, we are going to be just using this plain light green cardstock. This is just regular old cardstock, not glitter, not heavy, nothing crazy. Plain. Alright, so we can load our mat. And cut. Alright, so we can unload our mat, and again, just peeling away the cardstock, just being gentle with it. It has all these intricate cuts. Alright, and so I'm just going to weed out the pieces that we don't need. Alright, and lastly for these trees, I've actually changed my mind. I'm going to do them on this really pretty gold or like bronzy glitter cardstock that I have. Alright, so we have our light, super cute, and lastly I'm going to do the trees for these tags. And I'm going to do this just on a really pretty piece of gold glitter cardstock to keep with the glitter theme. I was gonna do chipboard, but that would just honestly take forever and I don't have time for that. So we're gonna make this quick and easy that everybody could do. No fancy knife blade, no fancy nothing, just glitter cardstock. And cut. unload our mat, and we're finally done with our Cricut. Alright, so I'm going to pull away. Oh my god, those trees turned out so cute. So cute. Alright, so now all that is left to do is to assemble these. So for this, we're going to put our trees on here. And all I'm going to use for this is just a normal glue stick. This one is almost gone. Alright, so all we're going to use is this normal glue stick, and I'm just going to glue these bad boys on there, just right in the center. I'm actually really glad I decided to do this gold glitter instead of the chipboard. I think it turned out way cuter. And I mean, glitter over everything, am I right? Okay, so how cute are these little print then cut tags? So cute. This one we don't need to do anything to. It's good to go. Now this one I'm just going to, oh, left the tag on there. Just gonna glue this red piece on. So if you are just looking to make like one really special gift tag, you know, this kind of do-it-yourself cardstock one might be the answer. If you're doing a ton, definitely I would recommend the print and cut. But how cute is that? Just makes it kind of special. Now for this one, I'm just gonna put glue all over the white piece and just line these up. And you're done. So, all right, you guys, so there you have it. Those are our super cute DIY gift tags. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, please make sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, happy crafting!